Hello my people, Meisha here, and welcome back to my channel. This is a channel where I share everything that's going on with me, with my writing journey, my thoughts, and anything that I am embarking on creatively. So today, I thought that I'd just do a more laid back video with me talking about myself, and what better way for you to get to know me as a writer than doing the AuthorTube Newbie TAG 2.0 edition. So I have my notes and everything. Let's go ahead and get to know me. Alright, so question number one is, what's your book's pitch? So if you already watched my past video, I am working on my very first novel. So the pitch that I have is pretty much changing every day, and it's pretty not ready, but I'm going to be looking down and reading what I had. An aspiring radio DJ is forced to come out of hiding and her social anxiety when faced with the possibility of national syndication and a shot of true love. Alright, so maybe that's not the best pitch, but the book is evolving. Every day I'm working on it. I decided to make my first book my first also NaNoWriMo project. So I've been working on it and writing on it every day except on Wednesdays, because I need to have one day off. I don't want to drive myself crazy. And the writing process has been going good. So hopefully my book grows as well as my pitch. Question number two, if you were a book, how would you pitch yourself? I think I would pitch myself as an educator who is finally learning to follow her writing dreams. Oh, that was so dramatic and so corny, but I'm guessing that's like me at this current moment. I'm always evolving, just like my book, so that means there's going to be a lot of changes to that pitch. All right, question number three says, what do you usually write? So I've usually only written short stories, fiction, and also some personal essays and poetry. So anything that I've written hasn't been any longer than maybe 10,000 words. So going from that to writing a whole book is bigger than my wildest dreams. Question number four, what's something that you'll never write? Well, I would never write sci-fi, and the only reason why I say this, like, I like watching the movies, don't get me wrong, and I can't get into it much with writing or reading it. Love movies though. Question number five, what's your goal for starting your AuthorTube channel? Well, I wouldn't strictly say that my channel is AuthorTube, even though that's primarily what I'm working on since it is NaNoWriMo, but I hope to branch out into other things. But as it starts, it is an AuthorTube channel, and I just want to just take in a lot of information and do so by connecting with other writers. So please leave a comment down below so I can check out your content and follow you, and maybe you can follow me back on Instagram and we can subscribe to each other's channel. And I just want to soak it all in and enjoy this writing journey. Number six, what made you start writing? So on different days you might get different answers to this question. So one of the first things that I will say that had me interested in writing was reading. I always loved reading anything. You talking about reading magazines, reading the back of cereal boxes, reading books, reading manuals. I just always like reading and looking at words and figuring out its meaning and all those things. So I've always loved reading. The second thing that I would say is my love of music also has inspired me to write. I just love the way that lyrics are put together, and that's probably the reason why I started off writing poetry. Music is a fuel to a lot of my creativity. I love music. I love R&B, soul, some hip hop. Anything that sounds good and I'm really listening to the lyrics, I more than likely listen to. But those are the genres that I usually listen to and inspire me so much to write. And then the third answer that I would say is Maya Angelou. I love Maya Angelou. I remember when I was in the 3rd grade, my teacher at the time, she had me recite some Maya Angelou poetry. And it was just so random. She asked me to do it, and I did. And it was the way that I felt reciting the poetry. And I thought to myself, wow, if I feel this way just reading and reciting the poetry, and these are just words, then what words can I put together that others can recite or read and it moves them as well? So those are the 3 things that inspire me to write: my love of reading, music, and Maya Angelou. Question number 7, what is your publishing path? Right now, I don't really have a publishing path. I barely have a book now, only like about 12,000 words into my book. What I do, or what I have been looking at so far, is some self-publishing, because I do like to figure out how to do things on my own a lot, and I'm just a creative person like that. I like making things and posters and writing and all those things. So I would say it will be more than likely self-publishing, but I'm not counting out traditional publishing either. So who's to say? Number 8, what content do you bring to the AuthorTube table? So I think I bring, not I think, affirm yourself. I know I bring some good ideas, some tips, some inspiration, and I will be bringing some vlogs or some short little mini vlogs. So that is what I bring to the AuthorTube table. Number 9, what's your biggest struggle with writing? So my biggest struggle, I would say, is the whole show and don't tell. I like to tell the reader how the character is feeling. I'm constantly self-editing myself. I'm like, don't tell the reader that your character is scared. Show them. I understand there is some times where it's appropriate, but I do struggle with that a lot. And yeah, I need to, work on that. The next couple of questions on this tag were like an either or. You either did question number 11 or 12. One for if you're new to AuthorTube and one if you're old to AuthorTube. So if you're new to AuthorTube, what is your biggest, or what is your AuthorTube question? I really don't have any AuthorTube questions for the moment. I think I'm pretty much like researching things. I just want to know more about self-publishing, and more specifically LLCs, because that is something that's been popping up on my timeline on YouTube, and they're like, yeah, you should own your own publishing company or your own brand or something like that. And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Number 12 for me is, what are you looking for? So I am looking for writing buddies, people to subscribe to here on YouTube, and also follow over on Instagram. All right, and the last question is, what are you most excited about on this new fresh start on AuthorTube? So I'm most excited about just learning as much as I can and just documenting my writing journey. I want to be able to look back on it and say, hey, I did it. Also, just be an inspiration to somebody else. Maybe, hopefully, somebody will run across my channel and they say, hey, watching that video inspired me to start an AuthorTube channel. Or it helped me write that book that I've been putting off for so long. Just following my dreams. I hope that I get other people to follow their dreams as well. So that's all that I have for my video today. I hope that you learned a lot about me and why I started my AuthorTube channel. So I want you to drop down any other questions you may have below, or your Instagram or YouTube channel, so maybe I can follow or subscribe to you on those platforms. Please make sure that you follow me on Instagram at Meisha_Lullaby and subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, and share on your social media platforms. All right, see and talk to you later. Bye.